Hey guys, thank you for coming back to my channel to watch my new video. This took a lot out of me to record. It felt very weird talking to the camera, but nonetheless I did it anyway, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I did this like Kim K inspired makeup look that she had at the Met Gala, and of course we're all in love with the way she looked thanks to Makeup by Mario, and just everything on her looked beautiful. So if you guys want to learn how I got the look, then please keep on watching. So I'm just gonna underline my eyebrows, and this is the MAC 263 angled brush. It's a really good brush for gel eyeliner, but I also like it for eyebrows. We're just going to underline our eyebrows and kind of make them into like an angular shape. I'm just gonna prime my eyes with the Tarte Shape Tape. So the first shade I'm gonna use is called Miami. It reminds me a lot of MAC Soft Brown. So if you don't have the palette, and if you do have MAC Soft Brown, that's a perfect dupe for this shade. Next, with the smaller blending brush, I'm gonna take the shade Albanian. It's the very warm brown shade from the palette. And I'm just placing this on the outer edge of my eye and into the crease. And I'm actually stopping like right there. So just be careful not to go too in with the shade. And there aren't any closed eye pictures, so I don't know exactly what he did on the lid. So I'm just gonna do my own thing and take the shade Armenian. It's like a goldish champagne color. I really like this shade. So I'm just gonna do that whole winged liner effect with my Inglot Gel Liner, and I'm just gonna line my lids first. And this is the Sigma E06 winged liner brush. It's my all-time favorite for eyeliner. Okay, so now for the wing part, I don't know if I should actually wing it out. Okay, let's just try to wing it out and see what happens. I did it a lot lighter than I usually do. But I know that her look is a bit messier in terms of like the shading and the smudged effect, so I'm just gonna keep it like that and then go right in with this brush to kind of diffuse that line. And then I'm gonna take Black Truffle from the Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette, just because that palette has my favorite black in there. Keep in mind that this area doesn't necessarily have to be perfect, just because we're gonna go back in with a makeup wipe and clean everything up. So it looks really messy right now, but I'm gonna go back in with the Albanian shade and start to blend that out again. I feel like once you wipe the whole fallout and the eyeliner and all that stuff, it really comes together. And I think I messed up, but we'll fix it. Oh, never mind. Got it. Much better. I kind of went a little bit higher just because it looked very smoky and diffused in the photo. I didn't want to keep it so much like eyeliner. So I think this will do. I feel like as long as you have that outer the darkness on the outer V and like that very crisp sharp line, you can definitely pull it off even with like a colored lid. So now let's do foundation. So I used kind of like a self tanner on my neck and on my chest just because she looked very bronzy in the photos, and unfortunately I don't have clear skin like she does, so we're just going to ignore that fact for her right now. So to start off, I'm just going to use the YSL Touche Eclat Blur Primer, and just going to apply that where I have the most pores and basically all over my face. just because I want that very matte look. For foundation, I'm going to be using the Laura Mercier Flawless something foundation. Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Foundation. And it matches with my body, so I can actually wear this foundation now. I hope you guys enjoyed this like talk through video. I'm not really used to talking into the camera, but I'm trying to get over that shyness, or like it's more of like an insecurity. I feel so weird just talking into a camera, or I don't know, I feel like with voiceovers I can edit them more. If I say like the wrong thing or if I sound stupid, I can edit that and redo it and re-say it, whatever it is that I want to say. But with talk throughs, I feel like it's a lot harder. Like you really have to think about what you're gonna say. I think I'm gonna go over it with some Estee Lauder Double Wear in the shade Spice Sand, and we'll see how it looks. Okay, so I applied that Spice Sand shade and I think it looks a lot better. I think this is perfect, and I did need a little bit more coverage, so the Estee Lauder really helped with the whole foundation. I'm gonna use the Graftobian Foundation Palette, and this is the warm one. I never ever contour with cool tones, just because I feel like they make you look very dirty and ashy looking, so I stick to the warmer tones. So I'm just gonna apply that on my cheekbones, a lot on my forehead because I have a 5 head, and my nose, and a little on my jawline. This is my favorite brush to blend my contour out with. It's the Morphe 436 brush. Yeah, M436. And that's what I'm just going to use to contour, nothing special. You want to keep a light hand. Oh, I also love contouring with this foundation palette because if you have acne prone skin or basically any insecurity on your skin, this doesn't really move the foundation around. If anything, it adds more coverage just because it is a foundation itself. So I always stick to foundations when it comes to contouring. I hate that like waxy, like the Anastasia contour kits, they're way too waxy for me, and I feel like it completely moves the foundation around. If anything, it just takes it away, and what's the point of applying a contour if it's going to get rid of your foundation? To conceal and highlight, I'm going to use the YSL All Hours Concealer. Am I holding it up? Nope, it's good. Wait, I'm just going to use the concealer and apply it on the sides of my nose, on the center. Not too much because I don't want to get rid of the contour line. And this is the Elcie Velvet Sponge, my all-time favorite sponge. You just have to be very gentle with them when you're washing it. I think they're out of stock, but whenever they do go back in stock, I highly recommend it. A dupe for it is the Givenchy sponge. I really like that one too. It also gets soft as well. Okay, so once I'm done with like the contour, I always go over everything with the sponge and make sure everything looks smooth and seamless and blended. I don't worry too much about foundation getting in my hairline, just because I can always go back in with a makeup wipe and it's not really a big deal. It's just makeup in your hair, who cares? I'm gonna use the Too Faced Peach Powder. That one's a really good powder. It's actually one of my absolute favorites. Sorry if I'm out of the frame. I have to be careful when I'm doing this because I don't want to set my creases. The reason why I love this powder so much as well is because Other powders make my under eyes look very dry and cracky, even if I moisturize, or no matter what I do to prevent it, like it's gonna happen. So if you have that problem, try the peach. Oh, and it smells really good, so kind of tastes good too. I'm gonna use the Hoola Benefit bronzer and the Real Techniques blush brush. That was easy. And lightly, I'm just gonna apply it on my forehead and wherever we contoured. And with that same brush, I'm gonna apply my blush, and I'm gonna use Warm Soul by MAC. It's like a brownie blush. You can also use this as bronzer. It's really pretty. If you don't have any makeup on and if it's like a beach day, this looks really pretty. I can't use that and I can't get away with it because I don't have clear skin. So if you are blessed with clear skin, I highly recommend the blush for your bare face days. I'm going to take that gel liner again and I'm going to apply it in my waterline. But you have to be very careful when you're doing this, especially if you're wearing colored contacts, because forget it. This will literally stain your contacts and it'll take like a good week for the product to even get out of them. I usually have to throw them out, but I hope I don't have to throw these away. And I'm gonna blend it out without any product on my brush. And this is the Morphe M205 brush. And I'm just gonna take that Miami shade again from the palette and blend everything out even more. I'm trying not to get out of the frame. I'm gonna start connecting it to my eyeliner and kind of stamp the brush on, and then again connect it down here. This side is actually a lot harder to do, but I basically have the shape down. Now I just need to fill it in. I'll show you guys the difference between these and I'll show you the difference between these and Miami's. I honestly think the Miami's would look a lot better on my eyes. I feel like I went a little bit more dramatic than Mario did. So I think I'm gonna go with the Miami's. I like to stick the inner corner first and the outer corner and then kind of press the middle. I always have a problem with the middle part of the band kind of like sticking out in the air. I'm just gonna use my Dior Airflash Nude Air highlighter just because it's a lot softer. I feel like when you don't have highlight on with flash photography, it really washes you out and the highlight just really pulls everything together. I'm just gonna take MAC Cork lip liner. I'm just gonna follow my natural lip line. I'm gonna go over my lips with the Viva Glam No. 2 lipstick from MAC. And then in the center, I'm just gonna apply this really nude lipstick from Hourglass. It's called I Wish. It looks like this. It's from their Confessions collection. And that's it for the tutorial, guys. I hope you learned something new. And I hope you found my talk through video a lot helpful than my voiceovers. Let me know what you guys prefer. I personally like talk throughs a lot more, but I'd rather film voiceovers just because talk throughs take a lot more time, but it's actually a lot easier to edit, so I'll do whatever you guys want me to. But anyway, if you guys did like the video, let me know what you liked and what you didn't like down in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys in my next video.